Hey everyone, so I just want to go over a few things super quick, and this is something that you really need to be incorporating into your Tupperware business. So, as most of you all know, Linktree is like top tier when it comes to link in bio, and the reason being is because they have so many different options with their app. So I'm going to show you just how you can incorporate this in to actually being your hub for your business. So as we've talked about before in prior videos, a lot of times our social media platforms that we depend on, they'll just kind of go away. And the reason being is the company will shut down or they'll be banned in the US. It's just there's different things that happens and it causes those social media platforms that we rely on to go away. Now with Linktree, this kind of helps you avoid this issue, and I'm going to show you how. So I have the Linktree app on my phone, so everything I'm showing you now can be done from your smartphone. So I'm going to open up my Linktree app. Now keep in mind that I do work with some other companies, so in this video you are going to see my other links listed on my Linktree, but just don't pay any mind to that because it all leads up to the same thing that I'm addressing in this video. So when you log into your Linktree app, you do have the option to set up a shop, but as of right now, I do not have mine set up, but that's something that we'll talk about in a future video if you want to make some extra cash along with your Tupperware business. So one of the first things that I want to talk about with our Linktree, we're going to click right here where it says links. We're going to click on that little screenshot. Now keep in mind this is coming from a standpoint of where I already have my Linktree set up. If you do not have it set up, you need to do that first. And then if you have any questions, let me know and I will help you set that Linktree up for yourself and help you get those links added. So with Linktree, you will notice that when you click on that and it brings up all your links, you literally have all of your social media links. You can even add a payment link, like if you use Cash App or if you use PayPal or Venmo, what have you. If you use that for people that is local, you can actually add that in those social media icons that you're going to see here at the top. Now you can change that. They only have one payment link, but you can change it to any link. So it can be literally any payment option as far as like PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, Facebook Pay, literally any of it. You can add it to that link and it makes it easier for people to pay you in person. But moving on from that, make sure the first thing you need to do with this is make sure you have all of your social media links added. If you use Facebook, if you use Threads, if you use Instagram, Pinterest, Lemonade, whatever you use, if you use TikTok, whatever it is, make sure these are added to the top here on your Linktree. And the reason being is because this is going to direct them to your social media platforms and help your follower count to grow. So even if like a certain platform gets banned, you want them to be on your other platforms if possible. That way that you can keep posting. And that's back to the point that we were talking about in my previous video, making sure you're active on all those platforms every day. Even if it's just one post a day on each platform, that is fine. But just make sure you're active on there and make sure you're growing those follower counts on each platform just in case something happens in the future. So what we're really going to talk about today is setting up a link to where people can subscribe to your mailing list. So Linktree is a little bit different. I've used Beacons and I've used Link in Bio. I've used several different platforms. Linktree is the best. I do have just the free version. It's nothing like I don't do the payments or anything monthly. This is just the standard free version. But excuse me. I'm going to show you how to set it up to where you can get those emails just in case, let's just say all the social media platforms go down. You have their contact info. You can text them, call them, email them, what have you, and you can still make sure that they're getting the information about your Tupperware business. So the thing that you need to focus on is getting that set up after you have all your links added. Now, you're going to notice that I do not have a subscribe link here. I do have a contact, but I do not have a subscribe link. Now I'm going to show you why that I do not have a subscribe link. what we're going to do is we're actually going to go back out of this. We're going to click on done. I just wanted to show you how to make sure that these links are set up. Make sure you've got your social media added. You can click right here on the little plus sign and it lets you add more social media. Another great thing is if you have WhatsApp, you can connect your WhatsApp number or your phone number. It has an option just for texting. It has different things. Just explore with it. Add your info. I mean, people can't really see it unless they click on it. So you don't really have to worry about like your phone number getting out there. But if you're like me, I use Google Voice and I have a free number that I get with them. And that's what I use for my business. And that allows me to actually talk with them and text them without them knowing my actual phone number. And I can change it at any time. So anyways, back on point, we're going to click here where it says done. And then you're going to go back to the page where we started. Now we're going to click up here on the settings. And then you're going to see a bunch of different options. And what we're going with is going to be subscribe. Okay, now when this pops up, it has a couple different options. I have all of mine toggled on, but make sure that you have this subscribe prompt turned on. That's what it looks like when it's off, and this is on. So make sure it's green. And you're going to make sure that the email notifications is also turned on. So after you do that, click on the little pencil here, and this is where all of your like subscriptions and stuff, this is where those notifications when people sign up, this is where it's going to go, is to this email address. So make sure it is a working email address. And so after you've done that, you'll just tap on save, and we're going to go back out of this. And now, after I've got that set up to where everybody can subscribe, I can go in at any time and I'll be able to access the information they've provided. After I've done all that, I'm going to go back to the main screen where we started, and you're going to see a couple options across the bottom here. It says My Linktree, it says Earn, Insights, Audience, and then it has the More option. We're going to select Audience. Now keep in mind that I have just switched back to using Linktree, so all of my subscribers that I had on my previous link in bio app, I lost those. So I have no subscribers right now. But once they start subscribing to your Linktree, to your email updates, this is where you're going to see them at. And you're going to be able to go over to Manage, and he would have all their info, everything you needed linked here. So what you can do is, this is just what I would do. This is just me. If I do not want to go in to try and, like I clicked on interrogations here. If I don't want to pay the fee every month, I want to just keep it free. So you can upgrade with Linktree, and you can pay for it monthly, and you can use these other apps like MailChimp or whatever, and this will let you send out a monthly newsletter or weekly newsletter, and it doesn't, no, like MailChimp is free. It has a free and a paid plan. I've used pretty much all of these, but anywho, they have a free plan. It's not that, but in order for you to be able to link it with your Linktree, you have to pay a Linktree subscription. So if you want to keep that free, what I would do is I would go to Gmail or Outlook or just whatever email provider that you prefer. I would create a completely new email account just for your business. And when you get ready to do a monthly or a weekly newsletter, create it on something like Canva, and then you can actually email that document through just a regular email app to everyone that's on your subscribers list. So, I mean, yes, you are going to have to go in and enter their email addresses manually, but it does keep you from having to pay a monthly subscription. And if you have any questions on how to do anything I just said, that's perfectly fine. Please send me a message. I will help you any way that I can. But that's just my advice to you, would be to make a completely separate email address for your Tupperware business and download an app on your phone. Like if you use a Gmail, email address, download Gmail. And then just have it set up to where you can go in and access that email. and then use something like Canva or whatever your preferred editing program is on your phone or computer, and create your newsletter that way and email it to them. Now, keep in mind, you can add multiple email addresses to an email, so you can go in, and if you've got like 50 subscribers, for example, you could take and copy and paste each email address into the recipient part of your email, and they can all get the email at the same time. The only work that you're going to have is just copying and pasting them over. So it's a little extra, but just to avoid that monthly fee, I highly suggest doing that. That's what I do. I have a completely different email address for my Tupperware business. So this is a good way that you can make sure that you're keeping your followers. If something happens in the future to social media platforms or what have you, you have that option. Now, also, what's good about this, now I know that Tupperware has an option for people to subscribe to like email updates, but the thing is, you really can't see their info. So you need to make sure that you're getting them on your end. That way that you can include them in offers that the Tupperware site may not be showing them. So that's why it's super important to make sure that you have that subscribe option. Now, I'm going to show you what it looks like on your Linktree when they go in and try to subscribe. Okay, so I am actually going to go to view, and this is going to bring up my Linktree. And you will see here, it has all of my social media links. I do try to make my font and everything bigger because me personally, like, I wear glasses. I know sometimes this text is like super hard to see, so I try to make it bigger. I try to make it bold, and I try to make my icons bigger. So once you go to my Linktree, you're going to see all of my links, and then you will see at the top, you'll see this little bell, and this is where they click to subscribe. I don't think that he will let me do it this way because I am just in, let me do this. So I'm going to copy my link, and I'm just going to go over to Google Chrome, and I'm going to paste this in there, and I'm going to just go view it as if I was someone that was actually viewing it, not just trying to edit. So this is what it's going to bring up when I go to my Linktree. And what you'll see here at the top, that there's a couple different options. It's got the little bell. This is where they go to subscribe to notifications, and then it has like a little box with an arrow, and they can tap on that, and then they can share your Linktree on their social media. They can share it on Messenger, text message, email, whatever they choose. They can actually share that. So what we're doing is we're really working hard to get those email subscriptions. So I always remind them, hey, when you go to my Linktree, when you go to my website, make sure you're clicking that little bell in the top right corner, because that's going to let you get all the deals, all the updates before anybody else. That's just how I would kind of promote that. So when they tap here on the bell, this is what it does. They enter in their email address, and they will click subscribe. Now, I don't think that they can go in. No, they can on this part. I had to think for a second. They cannot add their phone number or anything with this. So if you are somebody that is really working hard to grab numbers for like texting updates, they do have an option on your Linktree for texting updates, or you can do this. So you can go down, and you will see here where it says contact me. And this is something else that I want to talk about super quick, because it's also directing them to subscribing. You'll see beside this contact me link, it has a little lock. And the reason being is when they tap on it, they have to subscribe to my Linktree before they can send me a message. So I'm just going to put in my email address, and I'm going to hit subscribe. And then it pulls up the contact form. So here they can enter their name, email address, their mobile number, and then whatever message they have for you. So if you are someone that is really focusing on getting those mobile numbers and just all the info, like if you want to be able to text them, you want to know everything like that, this is a good way to do it. So I'm going to go back, and I'm going to show you super quick just how to do this, so this video is not really long. But we're going back to the Linktree app, and you're going to see right here, we're going to click where it says links. Okay. And and you'll scroll down and you'll see this contact me link. And the way that I added this is that I went to add and I chose to add a form. And what we're going to do, I'll show you that real quick. You can actually just put in contact and it's going to pull up all the options. After you search that, you're going to click on form, and then that will add that to your Linktree. Okay, so let's go back and I'm going to show you how I did this with my contact me. So this is how I've set it up. I went through and I did toggle everything on except the country option. I felt like that was something that I really didn't need. And then you'll scroll down and you'll see it has the email address where all of my responses, like where they're sending, like if they send me an email, this is where it's going to go to, is this email address. You can actually change the thank you message. Like once they get done sending the emails, it'll say something like, thank you for your message, I'll be in contact soon. You can change that. And you can add an additional message there as well in the description. But what we're talking about, excuse me, what we're talking about is making sure that they are subscribing. So up here at the top, you'll see that this scrolls back and forth. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on lock, and then you choose your option. Now, if this was something that had more adult content, which it's not, but if it was, you might would want to use date of birth or sensitive content. But since this is Tupperware and it's nothing that is adult content related, I have just put subscribe. So what this is going to do, anytime they get ready to send me a message, they have to be subscribed to my Linktree before they can send me a message. And in the long run, what this is going to do, it's going to collect emails and help me get those email subscriptions when I might have not got them in the beginning. So that's what I did there, and it kind of explains to you what that is. And then you'll go back over and here's your form options. Like I said, super easy to set up. And then after you do that, you'll just click the check mark and you can arrange it. You can drag and drop it anywhere you want it on your Linktree, and that's just going to help you get those emails. Now, if I have said anything in this video that's been confusing, throwed you off, and you're just like, oh my gosh, Andrea, that's just too much, that's totally fine. Send me a message, leave me a comment, whatever, and I will do my very best to help you out. But just make sure you are utilizing these options with Linktree because they have them there for a reason. This is how you need to be growing your Tupperware online. This is how you need to be growing your Tupperware business in general, because you never know when these platforms are going to go away. And it's just, it's really been on my mind lately. You know, we really focus our businesses around social media now. And if these go away, what are we going to do? Because, you know, it's just not like it used to be. Everybody does everything online. So if it becomes an issue for us to contact and speak with our potential customers or prior customers, it can become a problem with keeping our business going. So that is the reason that you really need to be growing those subscription lists. You really need to be getting that info. That way, even if it's just by emailing them, they are still getting those updates from Tupperware. They're still hearing from you. They still know you're around. And if you want to do a texting option, that would be great too. If you're fine with giving your own number out, or you do like I do and you have Google Voice and you have a free number that you can text and call from, that's great too. That's a good way to just kind of keep your personal number more private, and you can text them at any time from that number just by collecting info with these contact forms. So I hope this helps you all. Like I said, if you have any questions, please let me know. I don't want to make this video any longer, but this just kind of shows you how to make sure that you are getting those email addresses, those other forms of contact, because you always want to make sure that you're present in their lives, even if it's just dropping a message every day or email or a text message and saying, hey, how are you? Had you on my mind, thought I'd reach out and say hey, or, you know, I hope you have a great week, or sending like something that's inspirational, like have a great Monday, or, you know, just something. As long as you're present, even if it's just for things like that, they still know you're around. And keep in mind that these are not just your customers. These are relationships that you need to be forming, that they trust you. It has to be a trust type of relationship, because and it is a relationship. It's a form of friendship that you're developing with your customers. And because with this type of business, you are more personal with people because you talk to them directly. They don't have an 800 number they call. They don't have somebody that's overseas that they reach out to or in another state. They are actually speaking to you directly. So make sure that you had developed a trust, like a bond with these people, and you're like, hey, what I'm telling you is legit. If you have any issues, you come to me at any time and I will help you out any way I can. And developing that trust and that bond with your customers is what's going to make your business grow, and it's what's going to keep you going. So that is why it is so important to make sure that you have multiple forms of contact for these people, because you don't want to lose them if a platform goes down. So if anything happens or you have any questions, you need help, maybe you don't even know how to set up your Linktree, it's just too much, it's confusing, that is fine. There's nothing wrong with that at all. You send me a message and I will help you. Keep in mind that everything I've showed you today is 100% free. There's no additional fees for it. So you are getting all this for free. You don't have to worry about subscribing to Linktree. You don't have to worry about subscribing to other platforms or other companies. This is all free. So definitely utilize it. Definitely make sure you're using it. It's there for a reason, and it will help your business grow. So best of luck to everybody, and I hope you have a great day.